Percy Jackson as a franchise is mythology fanfic and is not only wildly popular but critically acclaimed. 50 Shades of Grey also began its life as fanfiction, critically acclaimed and criticized with wildly successful film adaptations. And yes, Greek myth fanfiction existed well before ancient Greek religion died out. It doesn't matter if a work has a, quote, sole author. It matters if the author is creating a derivative work off of something that already exists, by which I mean more specifically that the story would not exist without that prior work, i.e. Divergent spawning from the YA dystopia craze started by the Hunger Games, not to mention that Divergent copies the Hunger Games directly at several points. That's what fanfiction is. To give you the actual definition, fanfiction is, quote, fiction written by a fan of and featuring characters from a particular TV series, movie, etc. The etc. is the operative thing to consider here. Books, movies, video games, celebrities, religions, mythologies, and any other pre-existing work that can generate fanfiction. Yes, Dante's Inferno and Faust can be considered fanfiction. Just because it has historical substance does not mean it doesn't count. 2019's After grossed $69.5 million on a $14 million budget and was then greenlit for not one, not even two, but 4 sequels despite heavy criticism, meaning that despite the negative press they were generating lots of dollars and clearly had an avid enough domestic and international fan base to keep being made. And After started its life as fanfiction. Not to mention that talented and well-respected and published authors have also written fanfiction. Cassandra Clare of The Mortal Instruments got her start with Harry Potter fanfiction on Tumblr. New York Times bestseller Gabriel's Inferno was originally a Twilight fanfiction. The Angel of the Crows was a Sherlock Holmes fanfiction, Point Pleasant started as a supernatural fanfic, and The Love Hypothesis was originally a Star Wars fanfiction. I dare say that I've consumed a decent bit of media, just like anyone else has. I've consumed mainstream media, not so mainstream media, Eastern media, Western media, books, music, manga, comics, what have you. I've had a very varied media diet my entire life, and if anyone needs me to, I can go ahead and list off several of the things that I've seen that I wrote down off the top of my head. Putting down fanfiction just so you can feel better about yourself really just shows that you lack the culture to understand its significance and presence in our culture. For example, Forrest Gump is fanfiction. It features a real president and a real organization in the Black Panthers. Or does that not gel with you because it's a culturally acclaimed live-action movie that wasn't written by someone online? Stop for a minute and think about everything you've consumed. The Lion King is an amalgamation of fanfiction. It doesn't make it any less impressive. Grow up. Get off your high horse. Sincerely, a 21-year-old woman who is gifted in English language arts, enjoys the occasional fanfiction, writes derivative work / fanfiction, as well as, and I say this with heavy quotation marks, original content, and doesn't put others down for enjoying the ability to write and read things that aren't necessarily original content. I am so tired of people putting people down for writing and reading or fanfiction. It's not that big of a deal. It's really not. It's annoying, actually.